If I could only train 5 muscles for the rest of my life, these would be the 5. Not for aesthetics, for longevity, mobility, and independence as I aged. Because something important starts happening to the body after about the age of 30. Muscle mass begins to decline. On average, people lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after 30. After the age of 60, that decline accelerates even further. That process is called sarcopenia. And sarcopenia is one of the strongest predictors of falls, frailty, loss of independence, and even early mortality. A large review published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle found that low muscle mass significantly increases the risk of disability and death in older adults. So the real question becomes, which muscles matter the most? Because not all muscles contribute equally to independence. Research consistently shows that a few key muscle groups determine how well people maintain mobility as they age. So these are the 5 muscles I would recommend you prioritize above everything else. Muscle number 1, the core. Not the six-pack muscles, the deeper stabilizing muscles, primarily the transverse abdominis, internal obliques, and external obliques. These muscles stabilize the spine and the pelvis. Every time you stand up, sit down, twist, reach, or pick something up, your core is maintaining balance. Weak core stability increases fall risk. A study published in Clinical Biomechanics showed that reduced trunk stability is strongly associated with impaired balance control in older adults, and falls are a serious issue as we age. According to the CDC, over 36 million falls occur every single year in adults over 65. Core strength helps prevent that. One of the simplest exercises to train these muscles is the plank. It's an isometric exercise that activates the deep stabilizing muscles protecting the spine. Start with just 15 seconds daily, then gradually increase over time. Muscle number 2, the back extensors. These include the erector spinae and the multifidus muscles. Their job is simple. They keep you upright. As these muscles weaken with age, people begin to develop a forward hunch posture known as kyphosis. This kyphotic posture increases fall risk and reduces spinal stability. Research published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research found that weak spinal extensor muscles are strongly associated with vertebral fractures in older adults. Posture also affects vision. When people become hunched forward, they tend to look down toward the ground. That reduces awareness of obstacles and increases the chances of tripping. A great exercise for these muscles is the bird dog. Hands and knees on the floor, extend one arm forward and the opposite leg backwards. Hold, then switch. This exercise trains both spinal stability and balance simultaneously. Muscle number 3, the calves. The calf complex includes 2 main muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. These muscles are responsible for pushing the body forward during walking, and walking speed is actually one of the strongest predictors of longevity. A major study published in JAMA followed over 34,000 adults aged 65 and older. Researchers found that walking speed strongly predicted survival rates. People who walked faster lived longer. Slower walking speed was associated with higher mortality risk. The calf muscles generate the push-off phase of walking. Weak calves reduce walking efficiency and stability. One simple exercise to train them is calf raises. Stand up, raise onto your toes, lower slowly. Repeat. You can then progress this onto single leg calf raises over time. Muscle number 4, the quadriceps. The quadriceps sit at the front of the thigh. These muscles are responsible for standing up, climbing the stairs, walking, and stabilizing the knee. One of the simplest tests used in aging research is the chair rise test. This measures how easily someone can stand up from a chair without using their hands. Research published in the Lancet Public Health found that lower body strength measured through chair rises strongly predicts mortality risk. Stronger quads improve stability and reduce fall risk. A simple way to train them is sit to stands. Sit in a chair, stand up without using your hands, and sit back down and then repeat. Or you can simply perform squats if you want to increase the difficulty. Finally, muscle number 1, the glutes. The gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in the human body. It powers movements such as standing up, climbing stairs, walking, hip extension. Weak glutes are associated with slower walking speed and increased fall risk. Research published in Gait and Posture Journal found that that reduced hip extensor strength significantly increases the risk of falls in older adults. One of the best and most simplest exercises you can do to train the glutes is the simple glute bridge. Lie on your back, feet on the floor. Lift your hips towards the roof, squeeze your glutes as hard as you can, and then lower slowly to the ground, and repeat. Now here's something super important. Most men watching this are probably thinking, okay, I'll just train these muscles. But for men over 35, there is another layer to this, because around that age, the body begins to change. Hormones begin to shift, recovery slows down, stress accumulates, sleep quality declines, and metabolism becomes less efficient. This is something we see constantly working with the men inside the Alpha 21 program. Most men come to us already trying to train, trying to diet, trying to get results, but progress feels painfully slow, or it's stopped completely. And the reason is something we call a health handbrake. These are underlying physiological problems that make fat loss and muscle gain far harder than they should be. Low testosterone, chronic inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, gut dysfunction, poor sleep quality, the list goes on. All of these affect the body's ability to build and maintain muscle. And muscle is one of the most important biological systems for aging well. Muscle isn't just about strength. It's actually a metabolically active organ. It helps regulate blood sugar, supports hormone balance, improves metabolic health, and releases signaling molecules called myokines that influence inflammation and longevity. This is why the first step inside the Alpha 21 program is always blood analysis, because once you can see what is happening inside the body from a hormonal, inflammatory, and metabolic standpoint, you can then build a strategy around it. From there, we implement the 4 key pillars. Performance fuel, which is nutrition and supplementation tailored to the individual's biology, so the body has the exact fuel it needs to recover and perform. Science-based training that matches the body's ability to recover, because many men train too much relative to their recovery capacity. Accountability and coaching, consistent support from our coaching team to ensure clients stay on track all day, every day, with education teaching clients exactly how their body works so they can maintain their results long into the future. The goal is not a short-term transformation, it's a permanent health and performance improvement. Listen, you don't need complicated programs. You don't need endless hours in the gym, but you do need to focus on the muscles that actually determine independence and mobility as you age. So be sure to train these 5 muscle groups. Stay consistent and support your body properly, because maintaining muscle is one of the most powerful ways to protect your health for long into the future. If you found this helpful, make sure you subscribe, and remember, you are in charge of your own health.